Hello everyone and welcome to the first video, besides the intro, of the course. Let's just jump right into it. Today we're going to be talking about how to download the Angular CLI and create a new project. And it's very straightforward, so let's get started. The first thing you'll want to do is open up your terminal. And in the intro, I mentioned that this is something that you'll need to have to get started. But just look up Git Bash and you'll be able to find this. I'm using Windows Terminal with Git Bash on it as my terminal. So in order to install Angular for your whole system, you just run this command. We're going to say npm install -g, and I'll explain what all this means, at Angular/CLI. So npm stands for Node Package Manager. It's just a way of installing software through the terminal. So we're saying npm install. -g stands for global. So instead of installing Angular into one project specifically, we're going to install it for the whole computer so that you can create multiple projects without downloading it over again. And at Angular/CLI is simply the name of the Angular package that we want to download. So press enter, and this will take just a minute. While we're doing that, we're going to want to find a place to create our project. So I'm going to create one in my downloads folder for now. Okay, so I'm going, actually, I thought of a better way to do this. Let's go back to the terminal. So Angular has downloaded, and what we want to do is I'm going to navigate to my downloads folder. You can navigate wherever you want. Let me show you how this works. To see what directory you're in, simply type pwd for present working directory. I'm just gonna have to go through some of these Linux commands so that we can get into the project. Some of these commands might not work on Windows command prompt, which is why I highly recommend getting Git Bash, or if you're on Mac, just using the terminal. Okay, so it says I'm in my user folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say cd change directory. And I know that the documents folder is here. You can also use ls to list out the folders that are here. So I'm going to say cd documents. And again, list out what's your, oh, sorry, I meant to go into downloads. Using cd space ... it will go back one. I want to go into downloads. Great. So here's where I want to create my project. So in order to create your project, you're going to type in ng. ng is kind of the keyword that we use when we want to use Angular in the terminal. So say ng new for new project and give it a name. I'm just going to say test project. Now press enter, and it's going to ask you a few questions. So first it's going to say, would you like Angular routing? And we want to say yes, because we're going to use that in this project. So yes. And which style sheet format would you like? Just press enter to use CSS. And then it's going to take a minute to install. And we'll come back when that is ready. All right, so that has finished. Took a little longer than I was expecting, but sometimes it does take a while to create a project. So now I'm going to close out of my terminal, and I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code. So go ahead and open up whatever editor you'd like to use. This is the one I recommend, but of course, use whatever you feel most comfortable with. All right, now I'm going to, got something already open here. So let's do this. I'm going to open a new window. Going to go to File, Open Folder, go to our downloads, and here's my test project. Let's select this folder. And yes, we want to trust this. And here we go. We've created our project successfully. You'll see there's a lot of files in here, and that's what we're going to go over next time. So I'll see you in the next video.